We are going to dive into why people easily get scammed in Ghana, get cheated, people buildings collapsing in Ghana. We're going to dive into why that is. People come to Ghana and easily get scammed over and over again. Why is that? We're going to dive into that. One, people, Ghanaians, us Africans, for whatever reason, we think we are the smartest species on planet. Instead of paying for professional fees, paying the fair amount, we try to cut corners, always looking for the cheap deal. And in Ghana, there is no such thing as cheap deal. You're going to get scammed. So let's look at an example. Not long ago, somebody reached out to me that he is looking for a plot of land at East Legon or Osu to build something. And I said, no problem. What is your budget? He said $500,000. At the end, he put Ghana cedis at the end. I said, what do you mean? Is it dollars or is it cedis? He put dollars. And I said, well, that's a fair amount. There are a lot of people on YouTube, a lot of people online always lying to you that East Legon is blah, blah. This is too expensive. This, that. There are lands in Cantonment Airport going for $500,000, $600,000, $1 million. You don't have to buy it, but that's the market price. Any genuine person who has that property is what they're going to sell it to you for. Nobody in their right mind in East Legon is going to sell you a plot of land for $40,000, $30,000. It's not the case. People are dying over $150,000 plot of land. So for you to come to me to say you have a budget of 500,000 Ghana cedis, as a matter of fact, I didn't think he was talking about 500,000 Ghana cedis because it was just inconceivable to me. So I went ahead and I looked for a few properties in Osu. Now, mind you, Osu is expensive. So when I found a property in Osu, I'm being told that my budget is 500,000 Ghana cedis. And I'm like, my man, you cannot find land in Osu and East Legon for this budget. It is not possible. So this guy goes on Mikasa. If you don't know what Mikasa is a platform where they sell houses and lands and all that. But this is the difference. Scammers are on this platform listing great deals. So you might see something that you think, oh, I hit a jackpot. I'm going to buy a plot of land in East Legon for $35,000. I'm going to buy a plot of land in Osu going for $35,000. These guys are trying to cheat me. But is that person who's scamming you? It's enticing. You think it's cheap? That is a scam for you. So a lot of people get scammed because they always try to outsmart people and try to go against the grain. They get scammed. If you guys are not aware of my gold scam in Ghana, how I met these South African guys that wanted to buy gold in Ghana and they got scammed because the gold that they were buying was $7,000, per kilogram below market value. In Ghana, where people love money, why would they do that for you, a stranger? Like, why? Why do they owe you that favor? It's not going to happen. So when you see people selling genuine properties, apartments, houses, and they listing it for $400,000, $300,000, $500,000, if you can't afford it, you're not going to buy it. Just let them be because that is the price. So if you listen to people telling you, hey, you can get a 4-bedroom house for $70,000, $80,000, then you're going to get scammed just like a lot of people with Company S, as I made a video about. Because I'm not blaming you guys for being scammed, but the way my brain works is if something is too good to be true, then it's probably too good to be true. If you've seen a house online going for $70,000, $80,000, a nice house in a neighborhood where a plot of land is going for about $40,000, $30,000, and they're selling this 4-bedroom for $70,000, $80,000, when you do the math, does that make sense to you? Is this charity? Like, when you guys are in New York, when you guys are in London, when you guys are in wherever you are, you go for the mortgage and you buy that $500,000, $600,000, $700,000, $1 million house in a crappy neighborhood with no complaints and spend 30 years of your life to pay it off. But when we come to Africa, places that's developed and nice, or at least you guys would say this open gardens, blah, blah. It's a different continent altogether. So you have to respect what's happening on the ground. So open gardens, so what? There are nice houses, right? When you go to, Hollywood and places, they're selling houses for ridiculous amounts. $50 million, $100 million. It has its own buyers. You cut your coat according to your size. What you cannot afford, don't say it's expensive. Ghana is becoming blah, blah. You hear people online talking about that and you think you're going to get a great deal in Ghana? No. Even places where, buying land and developing without a hassle, people do not give out these prices. Do you know what you got to go through to build in Ghana? From the land acquisition, having your peace of mind, the digging for the long hours, the hell, to put up the structure, the mistakes. Artisans take your money, run away with it. When they are done, my friend, they put all the pain inside to price you. That's a legit builder. That's a legit company, right? And if the company is going to be lenient and price you, fairly, like Arcadian City, like what we got coming up. So you need to think that nobody is out here to do charity work for you. You need to think that, us out here, putting $300,000 into a house and we are giving you the real numbers. We are not stupid. That's what it costs. Glasses is expensive. Tiles is expensive. It adds up. So when people come online, they tell you, oh, you're lying. This shouldn't have cost that much. This is a $7,000 house. Then you get what happened in Kaswa, right? How that building collapsed and killed 4 people not long ago. That's what you get, because that's what you paid for. Pay for professional supervision, nice iron rods, have a solid structure. But we don't want to do that. We want to throw our hands up and say everything is expensive. Oh, Ghana is expensive. And you have people in the comments telling you, oh, this house, you can build it for $60,000. You should ask yourself, $60,000 to build, 4-bedroom, 2 levels in Ghana. How? I'm telling you, I'm in this field. Without profits, it's impossible. So how are they pulling it off? How? What kind of material do they have in if you go in 2 levels? Even a single level is not a joke. It's hard to pull that out. With 4 bedrooms, it's hard to pull that off. Ghana is expensive. It's a lot of import, a lot of taxes, a lot of import duties and all that stuff. It makes things extremely expensive. And most of the construction materials that we got down here are imported stuff. So I am just keeping a roll with you. When you go to a place where this costs this, you've been hearing a lot of people saying this costs this, the legit people are giving the real price, but you think you are smart, you're going to go find yourself a deal. There is no setting as in that in Ghana, you're going to get scammed. Also, when we're in the States, we're buying a house, as safe as it is, we usually use professionals to do our due diligence, to at least finalize things, pay for consultation and all that. But when we come down here, screw everybody, you're going to go ahead and do what you got to do. Where you should be even more careful. This put me in a position where I want to ask you, if you think this way and you get scammed, is it Ghana or is just you being greedy? Why are you spending $600,000 on a house in America because it's mortgage, but when you come to Ghana, you are looking for a $50,000 house where it doesn't exist? So you have companies that's being created to cater to your greed and thinking that you are so smart. And then they run a Ponzi scheme on you because they will build sales units that's so cheap, give it to some people. And now you're like, I knew it. I knew I could buy a nice 4-bedroom for $70,000. But it doesn't exist, my friend. It does not exist. If it does, really be careful and look into it thoroughly. I'm keeping it real with you. I'm trying to save you guys from losing money. It's hard. I'm sorry if you've been scammed by any company in Ghana that lied to you that something was so cheap. I'm not trying to be harsh here. I'm just letting you know that it does not exist. I'm in this space. It doesn't. It's hell building here. So to build with that amount is not even possible. So why would I build something that costs more than $70,000 for a 4-bedroom, 2 levels? That costs more than $70,000 for sure. And then sell it to you for $70,000. Why? Do I know you from heaven? Do I owe you a favor? Do I not want to be in business? Do I not have a family to feed? I'm trying to scam you. I'm trying to take the money and I'm not going to do anything. That's the only way. That's the only way that makes sense. So we need to start thinking. We need to start questioning things. We need to understand, have that embedded in our head that Africa is not cheap, especially Ghana. It's not cheap. So ask people who've built. People like me. I came online telling people how much my house cost, being really truthful with you guys. And I have people in the comments saying, oh, no, you could have built a house for $80,000. This house, have you seen the design? Have you seen how big it is? Do you see the materials in there? Have you seen the iron rods? So somebody will come and look in the comment and you think he's smart. And yeah, Rush paid too much. He paid, how he spent like $300,000 on his house. He's so stupid. He got cheated. And now you go ahead and you think you're smart. You got a great deal. That's going to cost you $70,000 to build something similar. And then they don't deliver. And you blame them that Ghanaians are scammers. Ghanaians is trying to cheat me. Ghanaians is trying to do this. But you did it to yourself at the end of the day. So my advice in this, I'm not ranting at all. I'm just letting you know that the real estate space in Ghana is expensive, and that's the reality of it. There are places in Ghana that's highly respected. Cantonment be on top of the list. Airport Residential, East Legon, newly on top of the list, and other places like Spintex and stuff. And you have to respect it. A plot of land going for $200,000. If somebody built, $150,000 house on $200,000 and they price it for $500,000, respect it. You don't have to buy it, but you have to respect the market. All right. You have to respect the market. Another thing is pricing in Ghana is an art, right? There's no science. There is no zero, platform to compare prices and history to let you know that it's overpriced or not, right? But if you're looking around in the neighborhood, you can see a fair theme and know how much you're expecting to buy a house for in certain neighborhoods. So you could see something in Nigerian you're going for $400,000, and you could see something going for, $150,000, very similar, but the land value, right? The land value and also the design of this building, right? The design makes a huge difference. Some buildings are floating more than others. What do I mean? Like the iron rods is more expensive. The design, like my building, the design is very expensive. Just the design, because a lot of things floating in the air. Just stop thinking that you are the smartest, human on earth. And when we come down here too, we think we are just so smart, and Ghana will teach you. It will humble you. So to end with this, my question to you is: do you think that people get scammed in Ghana easily because of their own greed, or their own way of thinking, or Ghana is just full of scammers? That's my question to you. Let me know in the comment section. But this whole video is made for you to question things, for you to understand that things in Ghana is not cheap. Looking for cheap deals in Ghana when it comes to especially real estate, and I don't know what areas, gold deals, is how you're going to get scammed. If a Ghanaian has a bar of gold, 1 kg, and the market is going for $70,000, a Ghanaian, they are not going to sell it to you for $7,000 cheaper. It's not going to happen. We love money here. Money makes the world goes around in Ghana and Africa in general. So why the hell would that person give up $7,000 to you just like that? To you, the stranger? Why? These are the things that we need to think about. And I want to show my deep, concern about this whole thing, right? People being scammed left and right. And part of it is our fault, because we think we are so smart and we're just gonna, get things for cheap where it doesn't exist. So let's wake up. Let's pay the fair amount. Let's pay people the right amount. You get a contractor, you get somebody who will do the fair job for you. They charge you, right? You come to me, Rush. I want to build a wall around my one plot. Let's say I do the math, I give it to you. It's gonna cost you like, $4,600. Not much. I don't price in dollars, by the way, when it comes to wall. So let's say 72,000 Ghana cedis. You do the math, that's where it's about $4,600, which is the fair amount, right? Including my profit. I'm not working for free. Most people look at this and say, no, that's ridiculous. How about a land for 75,000 Ghana cedis? Why should I build a wall for 72? No, I could do it here. And then you go ahead and you go trying to spend 35,000 Ghana cedis, which is not possible. And you get scammed, and then you go and complain. Just pay the fair amount. Get a job done. Pay professionals that will do the job. There are more people in Ghana that will actually do the job, but they charge the fair amount. And we, the diasporans, think Ghana is supposed to be cheap when we are working outside, making $100,000 a year, $200,000 a year, $50,000 a year, $60,000 a year. But when we hire a company to do something for us, we want to pay them pennies. So we choose to go through the back door to get to the laborers who think short term, and they will not charge you the fair amount, but they're going to cheat you, and now you are crying. I found out that that's where most of the issues lies.